Good afternoon, I'm Jai Jagat. Today, the biological topic is circulatory system. Human beings have a well-developed transportation system to transport nutrients, gases, and hormones within their body. Circulatory system consists of blood vessels, and heart. The blood are of three types: RBC, WBC, and blood platelets. RBC or erythrocytes are red in color because of the presence of red colored iron protein called hemoglobin. The WBC or leukocytes are colorless, larger than RBC. They are colorless because they do not have hemoglobin. Blood platelets or thrombocytes are colorless, dish-shaped cells without nuclei. Blood vessels are of three types: arteries, veins, and capillaries. Arteries are thick-walled, elastic muscular vessels that carry blood away from the heart to different parts of the body. Veins are thin-walled vessels with valve that carry blood towards the heart from different body parts. Capillaries are fine blood vessels that connect arteries with veins. Heart structure. Heart is a pear-shaped muscular organ located in the left side of our chest cavity. It is made up of cardiac muscles. It weighs about 300 grams. The cardiac muscles work tirelessly to keep it working throughout our life. The heart is enclosed in a double-layered membrane called pericardium, which is filled with a pericardial fluid. The fluid prevents the heart from shock and jerk, because the shock or jerk may affect the functioning of heart, which will be very fatal. Human heart have 4 chambers, 2 auricles and 2 ventricles. In addition, there are great blood vessel, spectrum and valve chambers. Human beings have 4 chambers: auricle, ventricle, spectrum and valve. Auricles. Auricles are upper chambers of the heart. They have thin walled. They receive blood from different parts of body. They are also called atria. Ventricles are the discharging chambers. Ventricles are the lower chambers of heart. They have thick walls. They pump blood out of the heart. The blood flows from the auricle to a ventricle. It does not flow from the one auricle to another. This is because of a thick muscular wall present in between them. This wall is called spectrum. The ventricles have thick wall than auricle because blood is pumped out of the ventricle under high pressure. The ventricles have thick wall to reduce the pressure. Valve. There are valves in heart that regulate the flow of blood in only one direction. These valves, like doors, open in only one direction. It does not allow the flow of blood from the ventricle to auricle. Human natural pacemaker. A cluster of cells situated in the upper part of the auricle are called synaptic nodes. The SA node coordinates the heartbeat by generating electrical pulse. It is also called human's natural pacemaker. If the pacemaker gets defective, the heartbeat becomes abnormal, either too fast or too slow, a combination of both. Sometimes during the defect, the heart shows abnormal functioning such as palpitation, cardiac arrest, or hypertension, which can prove as fatal. Circulatory system. The heart pumps blood constantly. The right auricle receives deoxygenated blood from the two major veins, that is from the anterior part of the body through the superior vena cava, and from the posterior part of the body through inferior vena cava. From the right auricle, the blood flows into the right ventricle and then to the lungs through pulmonary artery. In the lungs, the exchange of gases takes place and the blood gets oxygenated. The oxygenated or the pure blood is brought to the left auricle and by the pulmonary vein. From the left auricle, the oxygenated blood flows into the aorta. The aorta is the largest artery of a body. The aorta divides further to supply the blood in different body parts. Next comes double circulation. For completing one round of circulation in body, the blood passes twice through the heart. This is called double circulation. The circulation involves two processes: pulmonary circulation and systematic. The circulation of blood from heart to lungs, that is from the right auricle to lung, and from the lung to left auricle, is called pulmonary circulation. The circulation of blood from the heart to other body parts, from the left ventricle to the body through the aorta, is called systematic circulation. Both these circulations take place in rhythmic manner together, constituting a cardiac cycle. Here is a diagram for double circulation. Here it is showing that the deoxygenated blood from the heart that comes from the body parts is going to the lungs for to get oxygenated. In the lungs, the exchange of gases take place and the oxygenated blood is again received by the heart. Then the heart in the left ventricle gets the blood, the left auricle gets the blood, it transfers it to the left ventricle, and from there the blood moves to the body. And in the body, the each and every cell takes an amount of oxygen from the blood, and the deoxygenated blood returns to the heart. That is why these two lines or arrows are given in blue, that indicates deoxygenated blood, and these two lines or arrow are given in red, that denotes that it is oxygenated blood. Heartbeat or cardiac cycle. Heartbeat. The heart muscle do not relax at the same time. The auricle contracts first into pushing the blood into the ventricle. Then the ventricle contracts to push the blood into the pulmonary artery and aorta. Then the auricle relaxes and blood flow into the pulmonary vein and vena cava. By this time, the ventricle have also emptied and the whole heart is relaxed. This is referred to heartbeat. A sequence of events which take place during one cardiac cycle or one complete heartbeat is known as a cardiac cycle. It involves repeated contraction and repetition of heart muscles. The contraction is termed as systole and the relaxation is termed as diastole. One complete heartbeat or cardiac cycle consists of one diastole and one systole. It lasts for about 0.8 seconds. A heartbeat is heard as two sounds. It is measured with a stethoscope. Pulse. When the left ventricle contracts, blood flow into the artery. With high blood pressure, the wall of the artery gets stretched by this pressure. As the ventricle relaxes, the pressure comes down. The stretching and relaxing of artery walls with each heartbeat is felt as a throbbing sound called pulse. It can be easily felt at the neck, at the side of the neck, or at the wrist near the base of the thumb. In an healthy adult, it is about 75 to 75 times per minute. Blood pressure. The heart muscle exerts pressure to push the blood through the blood vessels. The force exerted against the arterial wall of the heart is called blood pressure. In easy language, some people call it BP. It is measured using a sphygmomanometer. Blood transfusion. Soon after an injury or major surgery, there can be heavy loss of blood from the body. This blood loss is made by transferring blood from a healthy person. The process by which blood is transferred from a healthy person to another person is known as blood transfusion. Depending upon the presence of protein called antibody and antigen, the human blood is classified into 4 groups, and Rh plus and Rh minus. Here is a table that tells which blood group have which antigen and which antibody, and whom the person can denote to and can receive from. Here it is telling that blood group A1 the people who have blood group A have antigen A, antibody B, can donate from A and B and can receive from A and O. B have antigen B and antibody B. A can donate to only B and only B, and B can receive from everybody, and AB have antigen AB and no antibody AB. It can donate to AB, or it can only donate to AB, but it can only get from all. Why? Because AB is known as universal recipient and O is known as universal donor. Any blood group can take the blood from O, but O cannot take the blood from any blood group. It should only be O. Rhesus factor. Another antigen called Rh factor is found on the surface of RBC. It was first discovered in Rh monkey or rhesus monkey. About 85% of people have Rh factor. They are said to be Rh positive, and the rest are called Rh negative. Do not have it, so they are said to be Rh negative. When Rh positive blood is transferred to Rh negative person, the recipient form antibody against Rh plus, the factor Rh plus factor. However, no complication occur after first transfusion. In case of second transfusion of Rh plus, the blood after a short period, the recipient antibody will attack the transfused blood and cause problem. Thus, a Rh minus person can donate blood to Rh plus person of capability blood group, but not receive from Rh plus person. Here you can see a table that is telling like which blood group or which type of blood can which blood group can donate to whom and can get blood from which type of blood group. Thank you. The PPT was presented by Kavya Srivastav.